Hello everyone, today in this video we will fight against the utmost character of our world around us, and this time we will discuss the topic connected with our youth, so our youngsters or young ones, young adult, in general younger generation. Younger generation I define roughly people born around 2000 plus minus 2 3 years and later. These people experience quantitative and qualitative changes, really dramatic. I would say that these changes seem to be large, large as never before, because quantitatively we see, looking at the statistics the of births numbers in many countries, not only European but also especially Far East Asian, last 10-15 years, like South Korea, Japan, or even Thailand, that the number of births decrease dramatically. And there is no discussion about it. There are many reasons for this, but the main reason and the decisive reason is that priorities in life of many people changed, and consumptionistic, comfortable life is the dominant pattern among many societies nowadays. And these are facts, no one can discuss about it. It goes like this, it's not debatable. But after quantity, let's go to quality. Qualitative change also occurred as large as never before, because young people can be described by one saying I really like, actually one term I really like, expression, because it tells us everything and it's really short. So speaking in this short way, very briefly, the generation I talk about can be described as the generation no effort and no risk. They really do not want to take any effort and do not want to take any risk, and at the same time many of them are afraid of making so-called career mistake so much that they do nothing. And of course here old saying is coming to help us, and it tells us that the one who does nothing doesn't make any mistakes. But yes, it's true, but this is not a solution. And youngsters need to do something because they need to secure their own future, and not only their own future, but also future of entire society they come from. But they seem to be not willing to do so. And even in China, Chinese people famous for being hard workers and so on and dedicated, we have such a widely spread movement among youngsters called simply laying flat, doing nothing and laying flat. Because youngsters, who are much less numerous than the previous generations and really pampered by parents and grandparents, refuse to do their duties for themselves and for the society they come from, and they do nothing. And pressure is horrible. Yeah, there are two main factors, as I said. Quantitative, there are much less numerous, and qualitative. And qualitative, in my opinion, comes from the fact that parents could afford many materialistic goods and many things for them as never before. We should ask ourselves, when did we fly for the first time somewhere by the plane? When did it happen? How old were how old were we? And it seems that it was for sure two-digit number, seemingly very high. But nowadays youngsters with parents, they travel intercontinental travels when they are 4, 5, or even 1 year old. They have everything. Materialistic goods at houses are full of different things that facilitate everyday living, and very often parents can afford servants at home in many places. So these kids are really spoiled because they never had to fight for anything by themselves. So these are the bad examples. And also there is this situation, this leftist pseudo culture, anti culture, that no one can be told anything, no one can be pressurized, the requirements are oppression, and so on. But one should notice that such anti-culture, like now green socialist, neo-Marxist bullshit, originated from the fact that society lives in incredible prosperity, and this prosperity, according to the experiment of Calhoun, extends the spectrum of behaviors. It extends the spectrum of behaviors into harmful behaviors. Yes, so everything goes together because insane ideologies like this now Marxist were always present within the society. But in normal times, when people had to work for their survival and for everyday lives and were focused on families, such ideologies were occupied. Such ideologies occupied only small number of people, and they didn't have any influence on the larger groups within the society. Nowadays, when this prosperity really spread into the all layers of the society, spread into the all layers of the society. Yeah, so some attractions. It's because of my spread into the all layers of the society. We need to be sure that it can bring much damage. So, in my opinion, with these changes, quantitative and qualitative, these are not changes that we are used to. When we say that one generation was always complaining on another generation, and sooner than later the younger generation catch up and fulfilled its duties, now I don't see that it's possible due to these two facts, that they are numerically, so quantitatively and qualitatively much different and much worse, and they are not willing to catch up with their normal duties. I am afraid that we are going to complete collapse, and this one who survive will have to start from the beginning. All the best, have a nice day, bye.